Hello, teachers, and welcome to our segment of Sister Cities and Friends of San Antonio, Texas. My name is Karina Quintanilla, and I will be your training tour guide. I will help you navigate through the lessons and resources in this segment. You will receive an email with an ebook link and a Google folder with all your lessons and resources. Once you get the Google folder, you're going to open it up, and there will be a welcome letter down at the bottom. Click the welcome letter. And this is just to let you know that teachers, this program can be used in the classroom. It can be used as an after school program or even in special classes like music or art. Some teachers even split the lessons among their content areas because they are departmentalized. Either way, we want you to use this curriculum as it fits into your schedule. In this welcome letter, it will also include your ebook link. Once you click the blue link, it'll take you to an ebook. The nice feature about the ebook is that when you open it up, you will see all your lessons. When you click on one of the links, let's say 1A Greetings from Musical Bridges Around the World, it'll take you straight to the lesson. And this is the format that I wanted to show you as we navigate through each lesson. There are a total of 11 lessons. Lesson 1A starts the whole unit off with greetings from Musical Bridges Around the World, lets you know who Musical Bridges Around the World is, and also Musical Sprouts. I want to take you through each icon so you know when you see these icons throughout the lesson what they stand for. Overview will always have a clock because that'll let you know how long your lessons will be. The pencil icon is all the materials needed. Teachers, this is the first thing that you're going to want to click on because it'll let you know everything that you need prior to the lesson. In this section, you will also see the resources that you need, and if you click on it, it'll take you directly to the resource link. Now, I do want to point one thing out. Never ever open at the top where it says here, open with Google Docs. If you click on that instead, it's going to look distorted. The best thing to do is to go to the three dots on the right-hand side where it says More Actions. Click on that. Go straight to the Download button. And then once it comes up, you can either print this resource, or if you come to the top right-hand of your screen, you will see a blue arrow where if you click that, it'll bring up the document and you can also save it on your hard drive. In the materials section, you will also see the lesson video. And it's also a link, so you can click that and project that to show your students. Here is our first video. The good thing is that each lesson starts with the lesson video that you're going to want to show your students first. Then, under the materials needed section, you will also see some notes for the teacher saying, please prepare before the lesson. Please take a look at that before you start your lesson. The next icon is the target, and the target's going to be the teacher goal. These are the things that the teacher will be doing throughout the lesson. The next icon is a clipboard, and the clipboard indicates that this is the teacher's teach and model piece of the lesson. Camera action icon will show you once again that this is where you must start is the video. Start with the video first. And then everything that is in red is everything that you're going to tell the students. So for instance, it says, now that you know about musical bridges around the world, Musical Sprouts, we are going to learn a chant that will remind you of who we are and what we do. Please echo me as I say it and follow along as I show you some hand moves that go with each chant. In lesson 1A, after you watch the video, you're going to do a chant with the students. So it goes like this, and this is how you do the hand emotions or hand gestures with it as well. You say, let's travel, let's explore, let's see the whole wide world, sharing art, sharing music, cultures will unite. And then the last part, let me scroll up, says, let's celebrate, let's connect with musical bridges around the world. Then, after you do the chant with the students several times, you're going to go to part 2 of lesson 1A. Part two is now where you go back into the ebook where I first showed you at the beginning. So if you click on the ebook, you see all the lesson videos in the first page. In the page, there's another way also to receive and show the students the lesson video. You see the lesson video there. There's the teacher video. But right here, as you flip through, you're going to see a poster that says, "We're different instruments from around the world, but we all make music." This section of the lesson should take you through for about 20 minutes through the lesson. Once again, you're going to see red, and that's what you're going to tell the students. And after they've had a chance to look at that poster, the teacher is going to have a chart paper. If you don't have chart paper, you can use big construction paper as well, or even butcher paper and fold it into 4 parts. After you fold the paper into 4 sections, the teacher will write one category in each square: percussion, string, woodwind, and brass. Of course, percussion are the instruments like drums. Um, and then string, or those are the instruments that have strings. Woodwind, those are usually the instruments that have some kind of wood reed. And then brass. So the students are going to look at that poster again at the instruments, and then they're going to call out some of the instruments that they see. And then it says here, as students are responding, the teacher will write the instruments on the chart paper according to each category. Then you're going to be prompted to ask the question, and you're going to read the poster and say, "We're different instruments from around the world, but we all make music." And then you're going to ask the students, "Well, what do the words on that page mean to you?" Then, of course, some of the possible answers, the students are going to say, "Well, we're all human beings, but we're different." So you just kind of listen to the students' responses. And then at that point, you're going to tell them to turn and talk to the elbow partner. And you're going to ask them what musical instrument would describe you and why. You're going to give the students about 3 minutes to share with each other and share with the class. And then as each student has thought about an instrument that would describe them, you're going to give them a sticky note, and they're going to draw and write their instrument on that sticky note and tell them to be prepared to share why that instrument would resemble them. Students will then take their sticky notes and also go place them on the chart in the correct category, whether their instrument is percussion, string, woodwind, or brass. The next section of the lesson is going to be 10 minutes long, and you're going to go back to your ebook again, and you're going to go to this page, and it says Connecting the World. Once again, you'll read the red part. We can feel connected to the world in lots of different ways. Some of the ways that we can connect include, and you can read that ebook page, researching the world using ebooks as a starting point. Maybe you would like to garden, so you research plants from around the world. Listening to music from around the world to hear songs in different languages. Read a book about other cultures or countries. Cook foods from other cultures or countries. That will then lead you to a section on speaking about other countries and their languages. So you will read the red part. Take a look at the image at the bottom of the page. People are saying hello in different languages. Can you guess where people are from based on the way that they say hello? Look at the next page and see how thank you is pronounced and spelled. Does this help you to determine where each person is from? So you're just getting students to talk about different languages from different countries. Finally, you're going to see a check mark icon, and this is going to be on every lesson. This is going to be your classroom activity. During this first lesson 1A, the classroom activity will be 20 minutes long. You're going to divide students into groups of 3 or 4, and each group a set of culture matching cards. So you're going to give them their own set. If you don't have the means to print out enough sets for students to be in groups of 3 or 4, you can also do this a whole class. Going back to the materials section, if you click on the modified culture cards, once again, please do not open with this. You're going to want to go to your 3 dots and click download. That can be saved onto your hard drive, and it can also be printed out. So let's say if I wanted to print this out, these are the cards. Notice that each culture is a different color. So if you look at this here, green is Germany, um, red would be China, blue is Mexico, yellow is India. And then at the very end, you have the actual country cards: Germany, China, Mexico, and India. The best way to do this is to cut these all apart and mix them up. We're hoping that the students will realize that the colors match. But then at the very end, they're going to have these cards laid out across the desk. And so that way they can put the cards where they think it goes. So they may not know that all the green cards are Germany just yet. But as they start to put the cards where they go, they are going to set them up. You can use a set like this already printed out as your teacher key. So you'll know like all the green ones are Germany, um, all the red ones are China, all the blue ones are Mexico, and then all the yellow ones are India. And of course, before you actually start the activity, this is what you're going to tell the students in red. The very end, you will see an X with a circle around it, and that icon indicates that that will be the closing of your lesson. There will always be an extension and a piece that says differentiation. So that way, if you have different learners in your room, there is an assessment piece as well for formative and summative assessment. So now that you know the format of each lesson, hopefully things will be easy for me to navigate with you. And that is the end of lesson 1A. Now we're going to go to lesson 1B.